Hi everybody. Welcome to Learn Guitar with Caleb Christmas special number 13, Angels We Have Heard on High. It's also Angels from the Realms of Glory. Funny thing about these two songs that are basically the exact same hymn. I think they're just different translations, slightly different lyrics or versions of them. I haven't really looked into it that much, but it's an interesting thing. It's basically the same Christmas carol, which just like some people have a preference for one and some people have a preference for the other one. And anyway, that's the song we're doing today. We're doing it today because it's really nice and beautiful and simple. The whole song is just 4 chords, and it's a nice verse chorus system as well. So it's not like yesterday we did Little Drummer Boy, which was just 3 chords, but when it changes is a little bit confusing and unexpected. It doesn't follow as clear a pattern as we're used to in sort of modern pop music. But Angels We Have Heard on High, I think Angels from the Realms of Glory, one of the reasons why it's such a good classic is because it is very stable and has a really clear verse chorus format. And so without ado, here is Angels We Have Heard on High. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, remember that you got to get in on the Twitch live stream if you want to be involved in the conversation and ask questions. Alright, so now we're gonna do this one in the key of G. If you've been watching previous ones, you would know that most of the Christmas carols I've done in the key of G. It's a really good one because one of the reasons why it happens to work really well with my voice, so I like to do them in the key of G. G is also probably the best key to start learning the guitar in. Yeah, I'd say better than A. Like a lot of say 50 years ago, you would have learned A, E, and D, and you would have learned things in the key of A or D, more commonly in guitar. Nowadays, we've got a big sort of trended shift to G. I think that comes because I don't know, it's sort of a good, nice in between key. Women sing lower, men sing higher, and stuff like that. But we're in the key of G. It's a nice, good one to learn guitar in. So G. This is your G chord. I recommend the 4-finger G chord. It sounds better, and most actual guitar players use it. So if you're doing the 3-finger one, you're kind of behind the times. Or anyway. So G chord, let's just go through the chords. So we have a verse. It's really, really simple. Angels we have heard on high. That was a D chord. Sweetly singing o'er the plains. Same thing. And the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. We just had all 4 lines of the verse are identical. G, G, D, G. G, G, D, G, 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 D, G, 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 D, G. It's really easy. Let's do it. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song? And then we have the Glorias. Now, this is our chorus. Gloria in excelsis Deo. If you don't know your Latin, that means glory to God in the highest, or glory to the Most High God. And so this is what the angels are singing. And this is our chords. We have G, going to E minor, going to C, going to D. And then we do the same thing again, but we skip the E minor. G, C, D, and we stay on D for 2 strums. And then that just repeats. Except you don't stay on D for 2 strums. At the end, you go back to G on the Okay, so it is 2 strums. Okay. So, Huh. Okay, so I got that a little bit wrong. Let's recap. So we have G, E minor, C, D, G, C, D, D, G, G, C, D. In excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Okay, so we've got this interesting 6-line thing happening because the Gloria goes on for like 2 lines. So we have G, E minor, C, D, G, C, D, D, G, G, C, D. Whoa, and then it repeats. You finish on a G. So, our verse, really easy, G, G, D, G. 4 times. Our chorus is the same 3 lines twice. And it's kind of, both times we're doing a variation on the one before. G, E minor, C, D. That's our 4 chords. G, E minor, C, D. Then we have G, C, D, D. So skip the E minor into 2 Ds. And the next time we do 2 Gs. G, G, C, D. It's that easy. And you repeat that. And then that you do the whole thing 3 times with different words in the verses, and that's the whole song. Now, so let's just play through those chords one more time through a whole verse and chorus, just so you can follow along. I'm just going to do single strums, and then we'll talk about right hand. I'm looking at the screen and it's backwards to me. So we have, come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria. You can also do a D7 instead of a D chord if you want to. In excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. And then you do the whole thing 3 times. Great. So, now that we've got that out of the way, and again, if there's any of you, the few of you that are actually on the live stream had any questions, like about those chords or anything, like if you're newer to the guitar, I've actually got a guitar here, how do you play that chord, I'm not 100% sure, I'm fine to answer those questions. And, anyway, so, alright, now we're talking about right hand. This is what so if you're not a very good guitar player and you're not up to doing any sort of picking and things, obviously you want to do some sort of strumming pattern. So, what I would recommend is angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing all the way, and the mountains in the night, echoing their joyous strains. So I'm basically, it's just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. You keep this hand going the whole time. We don't want to stop. Down, down, up, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up. And that's a really good one, especially if you're caroling. If you're going quite slow with it, angels we have heard on high. It can still work, especially in a group setting if you're caroling. Otherwise, I prefer fingerpicking for most Christmas carols. And again, we're going to use the same fingerpicking pattern that we've kind of been using for kind of the last 4 or 5 days of videos, actually. Except, so we're in 4/4, not 3/4. So it's the Mary Did You Know fingerpicking pattern, and the one we did yesterday as well for Little Drummer Boy. Same idea. So Angels we have heard on high, we sweetly. Except when you change the chords quickly, because they do change quickly, you have to change how you play the chords. So I'm going to show you an 8-note pattern and a 4-note pattern for when chords change quicker. Blow. And this again, it's the same idea we're doing, it's just this is the 4-note version and the 8-note version. So our 8-note version is the same exact one as we've done previous days. So we have 6, 3, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2. So 6, 3, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 2. And you can, with that second 6, you can play another one of the lower strings on one of the higher strings in pitch on chords where you've already played the bass note. So like if you're doing the C chord, so you can 5, then 4, or 6, 4, 6, 4. But again, you don't have to do that. That's just a sort of slightly more advanced way. I think it sounds better, so if you're more of an intermediate to advanced player and you're comfortable with some finger picking patterns, that would be what I'd recommend doing or something. If that's too hard, just stick with the one bass note, because you don't want to change things up on yourself. You don't want to make it too hard. It's about doing easy songs you can carol with and stuff and enjoy. Now, when they change quickly, so I'm doing 6, 3, 1, 2, 6, 3, 1, 2. On the C chord, 5, 3, 1, 2. D is 4, 3, 1, 2. So it's just a 4-note version. 6, 3, 1, 2, and that's what I recommend. It keeps the flow and the movement happening between the chords. When you stay on a chord for longer, so if you put those two together, because you have an 8-note pattern on G, then you have a 4-note. So you have a 4-note, 4-note, or 8-note, 4-note, 4-note. Greetings from Italy. Hi, Evito Malvagio. How you doing? So those are the finger picking patterns that I recommend. So the 4-note pattern there, for when the chords change quickly, and the 8-note pattern for when you're doing a full bar on the one chord. And that is sort of the best thing that I recommend to do. You either do the easy strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, or you do the finger picking pattern to kind of make it a little more interesting and stuff. But again, that's a more intermediate to advanced thing. So if you're not very good at the guitar, you want to just probably stick with the strumming pattern, because again, any song you want to play on the guitar is a combination of skills. So it requires being able to, it's like juggling different objects. Like you have to learn the weight of each of them separately and be quite comfortable throwing them and catching them in your peripheral vision without actually looking at them and stuff before you can start to like throw 3 together and juggle them. That's like, or playing a song is like you've got to do something with this hand and something with this hand, and often you're kind of thinking about how the two are interacting and the rhythm and stuff. And if you're singing, you're doing lyrics and melody on top of that. It's 2 more balls you're juggling there. So again, that's why it's so important when learning. We want to focus on breaking it down into the small pieces and drilling them, exercising them, getting really good, then putting them all together into a more interesting, comfortable way. So that's how to play Angels We Have Heard on High, or Angels from the Realms of Glory. What we're going to do right now is we're going to finish off the video. I'm going to play the whole song nice and slowly. If you've got your guitar there with me, you can try and play along. And hopefully this was a really fun, little interesting tutorial for you guys. So I'm not going to use my pick. I'm going to use my fingers for this one because, again, like I was saying, I prefer for a lot of Christmas carols, they have a nicer momentum despite the stateliness when you finger pick it. Okay, so as an intro, we might do something like the very last line of the chorus. So. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. In excelsis Deo, Gloria. In excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song? Gloria. In excelsis Deo, Gloria. In excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria. In excelsis Deo, Gloria. In excelsis Deo. And that is Angels We Have Heard on High, or Angels from the Realms of Glory. Again, if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you have to get in on Twitch. Like, Erivitoa Malvagio. Sorry, I'm brutalizing that. I don't speak Italian, but it's a wonderful name. And the other people, a couple of people watching at the moment live. So you can follow me on Twitter or on Facebook or on Twitch to know when I'm going live. Thank you so much for watching, Guitar Stars. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and enjoy your caroling, because it's obviously it's I think the singing of the carols and the hymns and stuff is one of the best things about Christmas, personally. So thank you so much for watching. All the best, Guitar Stars, and I will see you tomorrow with Oh Holy Night. That's what we're doing tomorrow. Thank you so much. See you guys.